Hello, hello. I'm the official narrator. My job is to look through the first page of Google. Oh, good God. Review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Wooloo and Dubwool. And yeah, this 100 nicknames, which I'm sure is probably absolute garbage, is why I shuddered. Alright, so secret for you, this is the same day as the Eldegoss recording because Eldegoss was that much of a waste of my time that I figured why not record another? And Ranker was doing the same, hey, yeah, you can't work. So rather than doing incognito, I just decided to clear my image cache and that was it. And all of a sudden, I can use Ranker again. Sweet. Anyway, the things worth mentioning right here are Bo Peep, which, yeah, that's a pretty simple sheep nickname that should be kind of obvious and is worth highlighting. The one that got me was right below it where it says Rammstein. Didn't expect to see that one. Rammstein is a metal band from Germany. You've probably heard them. You've probably only know the song Du Hast and nothing else out of their 20 years of making music. Only one song exists. It's a weird thing. But Rammstein is what I personally use for my Rampardos because Rammstein in German means ramming stone. Rampardos, all he does is ram his stone head into things. I figured it was a perfect fit. Could it work for Dubwool? I mean, sure, it's ram, but I just think Rampardos is objectively better. And then Mutton is worth highlighting below because food-based nicknames are fine. You know, we've seen pork chop, we've seen steak, we've seen longhorn, we've used Cajun. It's only worth acknowledging. Lamb chops. I want a fighting sheep Pokemon now. Scapegoat. Okay. My dyslexia was like Space Ghost. That doesn't say Space Ghost. Oh, the C and the P are backwards. Okay, you could use Scapegoat if you want. I don't know if I really like that as a nickname, but it's worth highlighting, I suppose. Okay, so we got Gandalf up here and then Dumbledore there. I'm gonna hate myself because I'm gonna have to keyframe that shit. I don't really have to. But anyway, I guess maybe we're going for the old wizard look because it's got gray or something. I don't know. I don't look at that sheep and think, ah, yes, old wizard. I look at that and I think, that's a sheep, and that's it. But I'm not looking for Jesus in my toes, so I don't know. Barak. Hey, look, it's a lamb chop. You know the best part about sites like this is that any normal human that isn't me can see that it says 100 plus, see the very first thing, and then decide, yeah, this isn't for me. I'm not going to look here for nickname ideas because this is garbage. But because this is my job, I have to look. Woolworths, that is the English equivalent to Walmart, in case you didn't know. Would I use it as a nickname? No. Puffball, we can acknowledge too, I guess, since we acknowledge whatever the fuck. I think it was the same name for Eldegoss. I don't know. I don't remember. You know, this joke would work better if you put Wooluigi. So I don't know why. Whatever. It's hard being like the only intelligent person on the planet. Alright, so Barbara was on that 100 best things. I'm just going to acknowledge just the sake of the joke because I think there's a few names you could use with this. If you want to, sure. It's just not anything I would recommend. Personally, I think back to Jackie Chan Adventures where the sheep that possesses the sheep talisman Jade calls Bob. And I was like, get it. But I suppose there's a lot of BA names or BO names you could use that for. Fruit of the Loom is here for Dubwool as well as it was for fucking Eldegoss. I don't know why now. I mean, at least this one makes maybe a little more sense because wool can be like clothing and then clothing brand is Fruit of the Loom, I guess. But I still would not use that. Kid Bay? Sherlock Holmes? I don't think that's gonna fit, just if I had to guess. Yeah, like that's already 9. You're gonna get like here, and that's it. You know, I actually forgot Dubwool was inside the game. I'll be honest with you. But I do enjoy that like we have hit a point with Pokemon Go where they can actually predict what the stats the Pokemon will have are before they're even released. Like I want to say you can find out that information on Cerebi if you wanted to look. But anyway, we've reached the bottom. The fun thing about clicking the same links over and over again is that you can just Control F and speed up the process and not waste all of your fucking time. So that was pretty great. I got to skip reading some bullshit because I was like, haven't I looked at this before? This looks familiar. Yeah. Anyway, Dubwool was better than Eldegoss, but I mean, you broke your finger instead of your entire arm, so it's still not shit, but it is what it is. Comment suggestions, Jacob's sheep. I did see Jacob in there before, and I didn't really get it, but what do I know? And then there's some online names, which weren't really interesting. And then I like this where he said, I'm surprised you didn't use Little Bo Peep. He thought of it. But yeah, Bo Peep was pretty much the only good one actually worth seeing. So we're just going to say that. If you want to try maybe the Mareep Ampharos episode, I don't know how well that one's going to go for you because Mareep kind of like loses its wool and turns into a dragon, kinda. So like you can try it, but I don't know if it's gonna be the same result, and it's got the electric typing as well, so it's probably not gonna have that in common. I always thought that the evolution line was backwards, where Flaffy evolved into Mareep because it was like it was getting more wool. So like I remember thinking that as a kid, and then when I found out the truth, I was like, damn, that can't be right. And also, I'm sad that they decided to break the cycle of the Chinese Zodiac, which honestly, it was kind of a stretch, really, with Cyndaquil to begin with. But all the same, like, the idea of a fire sheep Pokemon with fire for wool, that always just sit right with me. I always liked the concept of that. And we could have had a really cool thing with, if Fuecoco did turn into a snake, because he could have been like a fire snake with a skull on its head. That would have been metal as fuck. I promise you, everyone would love that. Like, it's a shame they broke those trends, but it is what it is. Any ideas and suggestions you have for Wooloo and Dubwool, feel free to put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to ones you think are good. Let us know what you use, what you recommend. And, we'll see what the next gen of starters brings to us. They also broke the tree motif, but I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Eventually, I don't know how many trees there are in the world, but I feel like eventually they were going to run out. They were going to run out of, Chinese Zodiac too, but that could have at least been a thing. Like, they didn't have to keep going forever, but to complete the series would have been pretty cool. I promise you there's going to be a Gen 13 and 14 of this shit. And it'll be within your lifetime. It'll be within 20 years. And that's sad to say. Before the 50th anniversary of Pokemon, we will reach Gen, 14, 15.